there, I'm Gary, this is Tamara, and we're going to do a breakfast today that's one I just love to do when we're out camping. It is so delicious, so filling, you can go all day hiking, it is wonderful. Tam's going to tell you all about it.
Yes, I am. It is biscuits with sausage gravy, and this truly is very, very easy. What I love to do before we get to go camping is I prepare all my ingredients ahead of time, put them in a bag for the biscuits, and get all of everything lined out because it is so much easier to do. Of course, we're not up in the mountains today, and we're down here because there's a little bit too much snow. And by the way, we're Wyoming Dutch oven cooking. And thank you for joining us. We got our 10-inch Dutch oven over here heating over coals, and we're going to brown our sausage, add my seasonings, and get this going. Because I'm thinking we're getting hungry, aren't we?
You got that right. You know I'm always hungry.
Yes, he is. Okay, what I'm going to do here first is brown our sausage, and we've got this nice and hot. This is a pork country sausage that we're going to brown. Drain off any grease if we need to. Oh boys, it's going to be yummy. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasonings in right now. So this is all getting cooked together. Some breakfast sausages have their seasonings in them too, but I like to always add a little more. Of course, our wind is blowing a little bit this morning. We just seem to attract that no matter where we go. Okay, next thing what I'm going to do is you can see our sausage browned really nicely, and I don't need to drain off any grease. And I've gone ahead of time, and I've got 2 cups of milk with about a half of a cup of flour, a 4 to a half a cup of flour. I've mixed real well. And this will be our gravy part. Oh my goodness, is this going to be wonderful. And then we're going to let this cook till it thickens. And then we'll put it off to the side, and I'll start doing our biscuits. Okay, our biscuits and excuse me, our sausage gravy got done, and we've got it off to the side, and we're preheating our 12-inch Dutch oven. That's where we're going to do our biscuits in. And these are baking powder biscuits. I've gone ahead and put my flour and my salt and my baking powder, and you can either use shortening or butter, but we love to cook with butter. It just makes a huge difference, but whatever your preference is. We're going to mix this together here with my pastry blender, and then add the rest of my ingredients, and we'll get this going. Okay, I'm mixing my butter in with my dry ingredients here. You want this mixed real well so you like little pea size of butter that's in here. We sure hope you're enjoying this with us today. Of course, we would love it if you would subscribe, hit that like button, and share with your family and friends. That would be absolutely wonderful. You know, when you're making bread or biscuits, our hands are always clean anyway. So you just get in there, and you got to use your fingers to help a bit, and your hands a bit. That's what it's all about. It's how our grandmothers and our mothers did it. Absolutely. You know, well, this is going to be a trick today, rolling these out or making these without the wind blowing all my flour away. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I have 3/4 of a cup of milk that I'm adding to this. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my pastry blender. Usually I have a fork, but somebody must have ran off with it. Either that or I had a senior moment and forgot to get it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever works best for you. My husband probably hit it on me. That's probably what he did. Didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm noted for doing that. with your cooking. Not.
Usually his messing with the cooking is he likes to walk by and add extra ingredients. Usually he calls it kicking it up. And he's absolutely right. It is usually kicking it up.
You betcha. And I tell you what, one way to kick it up is one we've mentioned before. It's one that we have on our website. I don't know if you can see it there. It's Alpine Touch Pepper Blend. And is it good? I mean, it'll kick it up a notch for you. Like I say, you can find that on our website, WyomingDutchOvenCooking.com, along with other spices and cookware and a guide and recipe book. There's all kinds of things there. You might want to take a peek at that one day.
Well, I've got my dough just about ready to start cutting my biscuits out. You want it so you form it into a nice ball. Now I'll put some flour here. This is where I got to be fast. What do you know? The wind went down. It's gonna behave itself here.
Well, it is Wyoming, you know. It'll behave itself for a minute or two and then it'll be back.
Now I'm just going to take my little biscuit cutter and cut them here and kind of set them off to the side. Get these all cut up. Brush off any flour that's excess there. Well, I used to love to help my mom do this. She made the best baking powder biscuits in the world. She always did something different, and my older sister was the same way. They got so tall and high that I think they didn't tell us about their secret ingredient. But mine turned out pretty good. I'm not going to complain. Like I said, we are baking these in a 12-inch Dutch oven. And you want the heat up quite a bit. So we've got a good fire going over there. See, you don't need a rolling pin. This works just perfect. Because when you're out camping, we don't have all those wonderful utensils that we're spoiled with and used, you know. You can get by with a lot less. It's amazing. Okay, there you go. I'm not going to worry about this little bit here. Okay, so we'll show you in just a bit. We're going to put this in our Dutch oven. Okay, this is a well-seasoned Dutch oven, as you can see, but I went ahead and put a little bit of oil in here, just so these biscuits don't stick. Brush them with butter, and what that does, besides adding more calories, you know, you don't count calories with this recipe. But I'm going to brush the tops with butter that I've gone ahead and melted here. This just helps brown them so they're that nice, wonderful golden brown. You know, sausage, gravy, and biscuits is really a man's meal. Men just love that.
You betcha. That gives us all the calories we need to do a day's work.
That's right. When we get done here, I'm going to work him in the yard. We're busy doing yard work. We'll work this right off.
Yeah, that lawn needs mowed, unfortunately. Oh well, that's only about an hour and a half. Okay, we're going to put the lid on this and add some heat on the top.
We're going to try to get this up to about 450 and bake it for about, no, we'll keep an eye on them. Probably the most, probably about 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah, to get these biscuits browned on top, as you can see, you got to add a few coals on top to boost that heat on the upper end. Well, as you can see, Tamara made just enough for me.
I don't think so.
Well, you know me.
But that is a hearty plate, and I'm sure he'll eat all of it. You know, thank you for joining us today. We sure hope that, like I told you, please subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment. We'd absolutely love it. Of course, look at this. He's already eating it. Our motto is great food shared with family and friends equals great times. And we're going to give you a salute here if he doesn't quit eating here.
Well,
Oh my.
just give me a minute.
It smells absolutely wonderful. My goodness. And of course, I love the leftover biscuits with a little bit of butter and some homemade jelly or jam. Oh my. And this is very, very easy. You can either do it up in the mountains, in your backyard like we're doing today, camping, invite all your friends over. Oh my goodness, when you're up camping, boy, they love this.
You bet. This is my favorite part of cooking.
Until we meet again.
Till we meet again.